Everyone thinks the desert is barren. They're wrong, it holds a profound mystery. The vast, ancient desert landscapes, often perceived as desolate and uniform, actually harbor one of nature's most enchanting and enduring riddles. It's a pattern whispered into the very earth, a secret held by the red sands and the endless skies. Imagine, if you will, looking down from above. Not just a flat expanse, but an intricate tapestry woven with countless perfectly circular bare patches, each one edged by a ring of thriving grass. These are the fairy circles. For centuries, these mystical formations have captivated and puzzled. From the arid plains of Namibia to the remote Kimberley region of Western Australia, they appear, seemingly by design, yet entirely without human intervention. The local Himba people of Namibia have long held a beautiful, evocative explanation. They believe the circles are the footprints of their ancestral gods, or perhaps the scorched marks left by a dragon's fiery breath underground. It's a tale that speaks to the innate human desire to find meaning, to weave stories around the inexplicable. And while science seeks a more empirical answer, the poetic truth of these legends still holds a powerful, comforting resonance. The circles themselves vary in size, from just a few feet across to over 60 feet in diameter, each a perfectly formed void in the grassy landscape. What force, natural or otherwise, could sculpt the earth with such precision? For decades, scientists have ventured into these remote, sun-baked regions, gathering data, conducting experiments, and proposing theories. Each explanation attempts to peel back a layer of this quiet, persistent riddle. One prominent theory centers on competition for water. In these parched lands, every drop is precious. The idea is that the grasses actively organize themselves to maximize their water intake, creating these barren patches. Picture a patch of grass. It draws water from the soil around it. If it grows too densely, the competition becomes fierce. So, a self-organizing pattern emerges, where some patches die off, leaving bare circles surrounded by flourishing growth. This creates a more efficient water harvesting system. The bare circles act like huge, natural catchments, allowing precious rain to seep deeper into the soil, feeding the roots of the grasses at their edges. Another compelling hypothesis involves subterranean architects, termites, specifically the sand termites of the genus Sammoderms. These tiny engineers are known to build extensive underground networks. The theory suggests that termite colonies create these bare patches by consuming the roots of plants within their territory. This keeps the area clear, perhaps to prevent other plants from interfering with their water access. Furthermore, the termites' underground tunnels could create pathways for water, drawing it down into their nests and away from the surface, thereby contributing to the barrenness of the circles. The debate between these two main theories, water competition and termites, has been a lively one. Some researchers argue that one explanation predominates, while others suggest a more complex interplay. Recent studies in Australia have added another layer to this enigma. While the Namibian circles are often linked to termites, the Australian circles seem to align more closely with the self-organization of plants for water. This suggests that the fairy circle phenomenon might not have a single, universal cause. It could be that similar patterns emerge from different ecological processes, adapting to their specific environmental conditions. The precise conditions that trigger the formation of these circles are still being meticulously studied. Things like rainfall, soil composition, and temperature all play a role in their appearance and persistence. What is clear is that these circles are not static. They have a life cycle, appearing, growing, and eventually fading. Some estimates suggest a single circle can persist for many decades, even up to 75 years before vanishing. This transient nature adds to their mystique. A landscape that seems eternal is, in fact, constantly shifting, subtly reshaping itself with these quiet, patterned breaths of the earth. Standing at the edge of a fairy circle, feeling the vastness of the desert around you, it's easy to understand why ancient peoples sought spiritual explanations. The sheer scale and perfection of the patterns feel almost otherworldly. It's a reminder that even in the most seemingly desolate places, nature orchestrates incredible beauty and complex systems, often beyond our immediate comprehension. The quiet riddle of the fairy circles invites us to look closer, to listen to the whispers of the wind, and to appreciate the profound artistry embedded in the very fabric of our planet. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting long, purple shadows across the desert floor, these circles become even more enigmatic, holding their secrets under a blanket of stars, waiting for us to dream of their origins. Perhaps the true magic isn't in fully understanding, but in the enduring wonder that such unexplained patterns continue to inspire in us all. Drift deeper into nature's mysteries with our next story about the whispering caves of the world.